So Nickelodeon's Cousin Skeeter ran from 1998 to 2002. It lasted 3 years. It lasted 3 seasons, 3 years. And I remember I was only 8 years old, 7, 8 years old when the show came out in 1998. And I remember when they would advertise, it was advertised all over Nickelodeon. And it was pretty cool to see an African American sitcom. It's like, oh, it's a black sitcom. Brothers sisters were happy that that Nickelodeon was not being prejudiced and just airing white shows. They were finally moving towards making more African American shows. Remember, this was in 1998. 1998, Nickelodeon had Kenan and Kel. Kenan and Kel had started in 1996. I remember watching that show when it first aired in 1996. I was like 5 or 6, so I was surprised to see it. It was funny, entertaining. Kel loves orange soda. I do, ooh. You know, you got the fat black guy. You got Kenan, and you got the little skinny, eccentric, nerdy, nice guy, Ed. Well, not Ed, but Kel. But anyway, Cousin Skeeter debut. I remember going on the internet looking at all the pictures from 1998. This is before we didn't have YouTube back in 1998. So we had social media in 1998, but it was slow. All we had in 1998 was AOL chat rooms, and all we had back then was just basically articles. We didn't have, well, now you can look and watch the videos on YouTube. We didn't have that. We didn't have YouTube in the late 90s. All we had was magazines, and all we had was basically just watching the previews off of TV. You know, people, just, hey, even DVDs wasn't as popular in 1998. DVDs back then in 1998 cost $1,200, $1,200, $1,000 for a DVD, to buy a DVD player. And DVDs back then cost about $25 to $30. They were very expensive. They didn't make it cheap. That's why people kept buying VHS tapes until the DVD prices were dropped from $1,000 to about $50. Right around 2000, 2001, people started buying DVDs, and they become cheaper. I didn't get my first DVD until 2001 when I was 11. And DVD players had been out for decades, but still, I didn't get mine until I was 11, and that was because it was only worth $6 back then. But anyway, Cousin Skeeter came out. It was cool. It was good. We really didn't have any black sitcoms in the late 90s, especially on Nickelodeon. Not like I said, that's Kenan and Kel. That was it. And then they did the Good Burger movie that came out in 1987. I remember seeing that movie about 10 times back in '97. And then they had All That, which was a multiracial, ethnic show. We had Puerto Rican, white people, black people, all kinds of folks, Asians. It brought on different multiracial people on All That. But like I said, besides the only black sitcoms I can think of in my mind. Oh yeah, you had Gilligan's Island, which came out in the late '90s. There were a few black shows Nickelodeon did air, but that was Nick Jr. But we're talking like Nickelodeon, and I watched every episode of that show every week. They would air every new episode every week. I would watch it, and I was glued to it for years. I didn't like the Cousin Skeeter movie. That movie that came out in 2001, 2002. I did not like that movie, but hey, that the show was pretty good. Bill Bellamy was the voice actor of Cousin Skeeter, and they replaced him with somebody else. He didn't like the way the show was going. The show became a goofy. He wanted the show to be more serious, because they always made the black character Skeeter the puppet. He was always getting beat up or thrown somewhere. He didn't like it, he left it, and they replaced him with another guy, voice actor for the puppet Cousin Skeeter. And that's it. And I like the theme song of Cousin Skeeter, where they have the girls singing for him. Kind of remind me of TLC. I like the thing where they're all dressed up, like a puppy video. That's what I liked about the show. But it was a pretty good show. Last couple seasons, and we still don't have the show has still not been released on DVD yet. I'm hoping they do. It's been years. I've been waiting for 15 years for them to release the complete series on DVD. Mr. Hair, peace.